Hey everyone. So today, I was asked by, and I'm very sorry if I butcher anything here. That's by who runs Japanese knives out of Israel, I believe. Contacted me and asked me if I wanted to do a review for him, and I was like, sure. So this is the knife he sent. 210 millimeters. SLD tool steel, clocking in around 61, 62 hardness. Handle is a very nice piece of walnut, which is actually held in by cement. So, very sturdy. You're not gonna, you're not gonna take this thing off that easily. But the slight drawback, at least for me, because I do like lighter knives, is it does put a little more weight on the back handle. So you think like a little more European Western heft to it in the handle portion. It's a Kiretsuki tip. Box edge was pretty good. Used it at work for a couple of weeks. Just sharpened it today using Shapton 1K, Niigata 6, and Fujiyama 8000 leather strap respectively. Weight is 200 grams for a 210, I believe this is. It's called the Niigata. Again, very sorry if I'm butchering that. Niigata. Spine thickness is probably around a little over 2 millimeters, I'd say. No real distal taper. It's pretty much, all the way till right about here is when it tapers off to nice and thin. So I can't get a spine shot. So I would call this a nice upper medium work knife. If you're used to more lighter knives, you'll get a little bit of fatigue using this, kind of, not faster, but you will. I know, at least I did. I definitely knew a difference in the just overall, like, okay, the added, extra security of the handle. That's the drawback of using cement. It's almost, short of chiseling it off, that's the only way you're probably going to get it off. So it's very enforced, but there again, the trade-off, weight. Sharpening wise, I raised a burr on the 1000 grit with pretty much 2 passes, got a full burr on both sides, which is good. Had no issues with any of the progression in stones I used. I try to keep everything excuse me. I tried not to use naturals, as I've said before, just so I can give a better simplicity of keeping things as stock kind of sort of as I can, if that's the right word. Whereas naturals, the finish might be 10,000, 20,000, or what have you. So this way, synthetics, it's a flat baseline. It's all the same. There's no differential. Having said that, we got a couple of ingredients to try out here real quick. Side towel. And again, as usual, just a couple of different ingredients. Non-stick test with the potato, see how the grind is. Finish up, of course, with the onion, see how it performs in all of the little categories as a whole. So, without further ado, so not bad. So, with the tomato aspect, performed really nice. Nice thin slices. You probably kind of heard that little packing as it went through the skin. So that's the slight drawback of having a slightly heavier ground knife, is that, you know, thinner ones just go through product with less resistance. Simple as that. But still, very, very well done. And just as a small disclaimer, yes, when Horace did send me this knife, you know, he sent it to me free of charge. So, but I made the note that, you know, I'm not going to be biased in my opinion and anything else, and he fully agreed to it. So, just getting that out of the way. Yes, you can see how it kind of more pushes the food away. So, a little more thicker grind than I usually use, but I will say, for a, you know, 210 that is the upper medium weight of knives, it actually performs pretty good. And again, as usual with these style of Gretsuki tip knives, always try to watch the tip of it so you don't nose dive it into the board or anything, snap it off or anything like that. But I honestly haven't had any problems with that yet. So as you can see, it does, you know, brunoise just quite fine. And I hate to say it, I'm not sure. Only reason why I'm not 100% sure is just because it's in a different currency, how much these are going for. I want to say maybe $80 US. I'm not sure. I will post a link in the where you can pick one up if you want in the description below. See how the tip works, which is one reason why I really do like these style knives, because the tip is awesome. The one good thing about having a slightly heavier knife is you don't have to, especially with softer products, you don't have to exert that much force behind it, because it does have that little extra oomph behind it. Like during that entire thing, I really was just, you know, I only had grip just so it doesn't move. So that's really good. So, do some coins here, see if we can. So, again, the grind of it is a little more thick and heavy, but you can still get, you know, wafer thin off it. potato for grind and non-stick purposes. Pretty good release. Not much in the way of real stickage. I will say, if you want to get like really super thin stuff, use more of the front, quarter to half of the knife, which is where it's a little thinner, because that's where the grind tapers off, as you can see with that. Some of those you can almost read through. So, grind wise, very well done. Especially for the, again, the price, I'm not 100% certain, but I think it's like, $80 or something like that, US. Please don't quote me on that, though. Alright. And last but not least, onion. Tip of this is really nice. Oops. Piece of skin there. Don't want that. Again, so like the part about having a slightly heavier knife, you literally don't need as much arm strength to go through anything. So there you have it, guys. The again, very sorry if I butcher names and whatnot. The Niigata SLD steel knife from Oro in Israel. Thank you, guys.